Christmasers, welcome back to the channel for Christmasing, Christmaser University. It's the sweet edition. You've been asking for a sweets tree, a candy tree since the day we met. We're like 4 years in and I have not done that yet. I haven't done it because other Christmasers do it so well. I'm talking to you, Sammy Riccoli, but Bam Wreaths, Turtle Creek Lane, all Christmasers, they all hang out with you and me, but they do it so well. I finally found a way to make it my way. So let's Gina Loves Christmas Candy Couture edition. There was no way I was getting on the ladder, and you all knew that. Movie magic, Kyle and Kylie, we brought the treetop down. I do have it on a cone, which is a bit of a flex, but I'm gonna decorate the tree down here. If you are working on a tree that is taller than you, bring the top down to your level. You could use a tree stand on a table. You could use a box with the tops folded in, with the tree sitting in it. There are so many options. If you have a giant ice cream cone, you could use that. If you add a sandbag to it, some floral foam, put some tape on your quick connect tree so you don't jack up your lighting, you have options, celebrate them. A whole forearm full of inspiration. What more could a girl ask for? Butterscotch velvet, it's not the name, but it should be. Distressed velvet, which is my wow ribbon of the season. This ribbon is giving, and as soon as I saw it, and then I started seeing other ribbons like candy glitter and twinkle tinsel, twinkle tinsel, I said, wait a second. She's a multi-purpose ribbon. No wonder I love her so much. So forearm full of Candy Couture inspiration. Cleverly starting our tree at the top, but at the bottom. When you start to make a sundae, you have to start at the bottom. It's just the way it goes. But if you add your butterscotch to the bottom before you put in your ice cream, it's gonna taste better at the end. Let's ribbon her up. Butterscotch first. I'm gonna go with the double. Let's go. Okay, I'm going into the top. This tree had a giant, it had a giant top that didn't serve me. Look, you can call it a 9-foot tree, but if the top is 8 inches long, it's not a 9-foot tree. It's got a big topper. So I moved it down because it's too tall for the room. And I know you're thinking, no, Gina, it's fine for your room. It's not. There's all sorts of movement happening in the back. And for me, visually, it was impeding the look of my tree. So we took the bottom off for some other videos. And today's Kyle, I need the bottom put back on. And we did that, and then now we have to pull the top down. So I like to do this with all trees, really. If that top piece is pretend. It's a suggestion. Move it down. Okay, let's start like this. Get that double in there, nice and tight. And even though I don't have the bottom of my tree on, I can still get my ribbon started. Ribbon's playing a big role in this tree, because it was the inspiration, so it has to. But wait till you see the other big things. I'm not talking about the cone. I am going to cut the ribbon, but I'm gonna leave it the length I want it once it gets put back on its base. So I want a couple loops. That's good. Next. I was sweating. I was doing a little math over there, figuring out how much ribbon I have. I have 80 yards for the whole tree. So I need to ration. It's a big tree. I'm gonna add a little triple of Twinsel Twinkle, Tinsel Twinkle, Tinsel Twinkle. Pink shimmer, let's just get her up there, right there. That's why I have to rename all the ribbons. I mean, that was a tongue twister. She's gorgeous. Tinsel is still, it's still where it's at. You can't find anything more fun or reflective than tinsel, except for mirror balls. Did you hear that part? Except for mirror balls. Okay, just making sure. We always have to rep. The tinsel ribbon was connected to the velvet loop, not to the tree. So I went right around the top of the velvet loop into there because the wire is only so long. But then I took the little tail and I brought it underneath so I could get the overlap. Otherwise, naturally, it wants to go back here. It's not where I want it. I want it over here. Bringing down, and I'm using this ribbon like I would use a lasso. And a lasso is what I call a glitter-covered plastic ribbon, literally plastic. It's like what you'd use like a banding strap to like strap up your boxes, and it's covered in glitter. And it creates this wild and whimsical look. I'm gonna use this ribbon as a lasso. And I love the way it looks over the velvet. The velvet's 4-inch. The butterscotch, I love the way it looks. Everything should have a name. What am I gonna, Laffy Taffy? Does that feel like a good name? Tinsel Taffy. Tinsel Taffy, it has a new name, Tinsel Taffy. Tinsel Taffy is the winner. So I'm gonna layer the Tinsel Taffy right over the butterscotch. That feels good. Everything about what just happened in the last 4 seconds feels right. They look beautiful layered. And when you layer your ribbon, you have to make sure your ribbon comes off of the base ribbon. Otherwise, you should just buy a two-tone ribbon and save your money. You want the dimension between. If you can't stick your fingers through, it's too tight. Here's what you need to know about Fair Silk ornaments. The tops are never coming off. They are epoxied, like triple epoxied. It's just never coming off. End of the world, these tops, they're staying right on. So I want the top off because I'd like to put this in the top of the tree, but you all know how I feel about ornament tops. I don't want to see it. So I know it can't come off. I don't believe it's gonna come off. I want to see you try. Is it just unscrewing?
It is.
I'm very strong. I loosened it for you.
Must have.
Now there's a little nub. Never give up. Never give up in Christmasing. If you have a vision, wear protective goggles and see it through. Now we only have to do it to 5 more. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but you need a topper. And when your heart is set on something, make it happen. Never take no for an answer. This isn't the first candy cane struggle I've had. I'm telling you that. Anytime there's a candy cane ornament, sometimes we want to see the little cute J portion. You see it now? Okay, I'm gonna wire this. J turned into a candy cane. And I want it in the top. That's so cute. So I'm sticking it into the loop of the ribbon. And then I'm going to anchor it, so that means it's leaning a little bit. We're evenly distributing weight, we're anchoring, we're creating a little piece of masterpiece art here in our treetop. I'm gonna wrap that around a couple times because we still have to put this on the top of the tree. That's so cute though. Cute things, party picks, all sorts of party picks. I have this rose gold one. Also, look, I don't eat a lot of candy. I really like chocolate, but this is all sorts of candy goodness. Distressed Velvet brought us all together. Oh, I love her. Why is it called Candy Couture? Okay, I did Candy Glam for you last year. You're gonna see a lot of it this year because we did it last year. It's so beautiful. This mantle, this whole video is there for you. She was peppermint and glam and all of the goodness. Why is it different than glam? Glam is glam, glam is glam, glam is glam. Couture is custom. Couture means you can have it any way you want it. Couture means you don't have to just shop in the aisle that the candy section's in and be like, this is the ornaments I'm putting on my tree because they're in the ornament aisle. No. It doesn't mean I'm adding glam, so I'm adding one other color and making it metallic and it's gonna be great. No, custom means you can add whatever you want. Couture says anything goes. You get it your way. Because when you get something that's couture, you get it your way. And you get it made to size. It doesn't matter. If you want a tree put on an ice cream cone and they don't make a tree that size, it's fine. You can have whatever you want because it's couture. There's so much freedom in couture. Couture is also art, so if it takes you a little bit of time to get the top of the tree right, that's okay. It's like winged eyeliner. You don't just nail it the first time, you have to spend time and get it right. I was going to move on to an exciting ornament, but then I had to come back to my distressed velvet because I love it so much. Visually, I need to see this here, so I'm gonna add it there now, and then I'm gonna bring in the exciting ornaments. Candy, it's time to put the candy in. The confection, it's the confection moment. It's not the couture moment though, hang on for that. Don't get discouraged by all my talking. I have so much to say. I miss you when I'm not with you. Now I'm coming in with the couture. The couture is the custom part. That's the part that I love. If I were gonna put it in my home, I would customize it to my space. So I'm gonna add some unexpected colors and I'm gonna finish up this treetop so we can get to the rest of the tree. We're at the moment where your comb breaks because you put too much stuff on top of it. Okay, top's going up. Kyle is going to do that without messing up my ornaments. And he's gonna do it with a smile, like he always does. Quick connect. Normally, we would probably screw holes in this and turn it into an ornament. There was a little bit of an imperfection in the back. It was a little ripped a little, so now I just wired it up and it's gonna become an ornament. This is just gonna come out of the tree. It's gonna come right out of the tree. Statement item. We love a statement item. When you're in couture, your statement item, it could be anything. You could have an entire dress made of poinsettias. Sorry, I'm still gonna think of Christmas. You can have an entire skirt custom made filled with jeweled ornaments, and it would be custom. So it would have is this okay, Kyle? It'd be like a custom petticoat. It'd be made of metal. 4 people would help you, 7 people would help get it on your body because it's couture. So right now, I'm gonna try to get this cone in the tree by myself. But in reality, because it's couture, it'd take a few people. So my vision is that it's just gonna go in the tree. It's gonna sit on the branch, why not? It doesn't weigh that much. And it's going to so it's sitting on the branch like this, if I was the cone, and then it's gonna do this like it was Michael Jackson. And then once you're this way, then you take the wire and you keep the wire long so that the ornament has a bit of a tilt. It's the whole design, the ornament's gotta have a tilt. By the ornament, I mean the ice cream cone. Now I'm going further into the tree on my branches. I'm gonna wrap it around 3 times. And then I'm gonna take the branch I wrapped it on, and I'm gonna take another branch, and then we'll wrap those branches together. Because if somebody touches it, I don't want it to fall down. That would be a Christmas catastrophe. Top's done. Statement item is done. The top is a work of art. The tops of my trees always get stored in one piece. If it's a tree that's going to have any sense of permanence in our life, it gets stored in a giant box and it goes right on top, just like Kyle just put it on, and then I just have to do this. And that's why I always have having a good time. I don't have to work that hard. So the top is a piece of art. The top's your face. Top's your hair and your makeup. If you could roll out of bed ready to rock and roll, you would roll out of bed ready to rock and roll. So top's done. Now we've established our pattern. What's a pattern? A pattern is what is going to change your life. Once you understand the concept of patterning when you're doing your Christmas tree, everything changes. I have 2 videos on this, part 1, part 2. They are a little confusing, but if you understand, you will never decorate a tree the same way again. It will change your life, I guarantee it. So we're gonna start now, patterns established. I'm gonna ribbon her up, a little organic, you know how I like to do it, and then we're gonna work through those ornaments in a pattern so fast. What is she doing and why is she doing it so quickly? Because this isn't a ribboning video, that's why. There are lots of ribboning videos on my page. I would happily teach you the step-by-step. Wanna know how to make a bow? I'm gonna teach you that too. That's the 3 simple loop video. Singles, doubles, triples. Every single thing you could ever wanna do with ribbon can be accomplished with 3 simple loops. I'll teach you how to do it. As far as ribboning goes, I've done many videos on this, and it's as easy as it looks, and yes, you can. Yes, you can. So when we're done with this part, you can watch that video. I'm on Instagram all day long. If you have questions, that's where to find me. Send me a message. I will send you usually even a voice memo if you can believe it, and I will answer them as quickly as I can. You think I ribbon a tree fast, you should listen to me to answer my messages. What's a Christmaser? Christmaser is anybody who follows any of my accounts. You're a Christmaser. New here, you're a Christmaser. Subscribe, because I will drop all sorts of things, all sorts of times, without any warning whatsoever. But hang out with us. We have the best time. We are a Christmas-loving community. We love each other, and truly, there's no place like this anywhere, I promise. What is this ribbon I'm using, and where do you get it? This is Ferris Silk ribbon. I love Ferris Silk. I've been using Ferris Silk for as many years as I can remember, and it's available on my website. Can you do this with other ribbon? Yes, you can. The techniques I teach are universal techniques. We're not here to sell you things, Christmasers, but if you are looking for our ribbon, it's certainly available to you. I will always try to answer your questions and help you source anything I have in my hands, except for that giant cone. As previously discussed, that's a display fixture. We're just getting warmed up this season. Okay, my cart's back, which is good because we were trying to get all my steps in for the month in one day. Okay, patterning. I have 3 of these. Let's make a pattern. So first of all, I've got to fill big gaping holes in this tree. So that's where these are going, and they're getting tucked in the back. They are not an optimal part of my design, but they are big. And they're also technically one of my trends for this year, which is use your resources. You don't have to go out and buy all new stuff. I already had these, that's why they're going in the tray. Big gaping holes, filled, pattern made. 1, 2, 3. If I had another one, I wouldn't put it there because a big giant ornament at eye level looks like a big giant ornament. So don't do that. I only have 2 of these. but 2 is enough because I'm gonna pattern. 8. It's gonna be a theme, isn't it? 8 is. 8's enough because we're patterning. These are dripping. We've discussed, but I always like to mention it. Some ornaments dance. My big ones are dancers. These ones are drippers. This is where the wire is. I'm taking it right up to the top of the branch. It's gonna kiss the top of the branch and it's gonna get wrapped around one time, just like that. Why are these clever? They're also wide, so if you don't have big ornaments or a lot of space, they take up little space, but they have a big diameter. They fill up the same amount of space in the tree. I only have one of each color. That's enough. Lavender. These are the suckers. We tied on the tinsel twinkle. What you know. We tied that on just to complete the look because it made it more couture and custom, and then wired up the back, and that's how they're going in the they're so cute. You gotta have the bow. The love is where all the details are. Going in now with the couture, rhubarb, pearlized rhubarb, brings in all sorts of color, all sorts of dimension, and again, it's a little unexpected palette, and we like it. Let's talk about the pattern. So I have one up here, one's going here. I'm gonna keep going right here, right here, right here. I have a lot of these, like 24, I probably won't even use them all, but I'm just gonna keep creating this pattern as tight as I want to fill any hole I want until it feels full, or until I run out of ornaments, because 24 doesn't seem like a lot, but now that there's so much stuff in the tree, it kind of does. It's also my biggest ornament left. I think that's worth saying. Because it's the biggest ornament, I'm also going to tuck some in deep into the branch. Why do we do that? This is a flocked tree, and green trees too. It doesn't matter if it's flocked or green. There's gonna be gaps, there's gonna be holes, and if you can see the pole in your artificial tree, then it's obvious it's an artificial tree and that it's perfectly beautiful all the way down. But right here, I can see the pole kind of deep back. I'm just gonna put this all the way in and connect it. Dripping and dancing. She does it all. Because I'm in the mood to kick a little ass. Okay, cutting edge is okay, Top Gun. I have like three top favorite movies of all time. Cutting Edge is one of them. And adding burgundy to this design recipe is kicking a little bit of ass.
I'm in the mood to kick a little ass.
Why? Because it makes it couture, it makes it custom, it makes it mine because I love burgundy. And you're gonna love it too as soon as I load up the tree in a pattern. Pink pearl, so pretty. She's light, she's gonna dance. Pearl is, well, a whole dress made of real pearls. That was couture. You know who wore that? If you know, you know. I don't have to bring her up right now, but if you know, you know. I only had 6 of those. I have no clue what this is called, but it is very light and it's very pretty and it's golden and it's gorgeous. It's all soft, except for the burgundy, which is where all my contrast came from. Cloud blue, so beautiful, soft. The lights hit this, they're going to glow like little gumballs at night. Little candy confection gumball couture ornaments. Mint pearl. I added her up here. She brings in something real special, and she's like a tie between the pink and the burgundy. We're gonna break it up with some other colors. Anything that is translucent, see-through is good. And this is a little minty color. Mint julep is what Kyle's calling it. We're gonna let you have that one. And I tied it in the top, so I'm gonna bring it out. Again, the light's just gonna sail through it. And that's gonna make anybody happy who sees the tree. More pearls with some studs. Texture, texture, texture. Adding this in, you already see I have it up here. Gonna bring this throughout the tree. Same color as my cone. We look so good. We've surpassed the patterning portion of the Christmas tree because the tree is full. Right now you're just going in and you're putting your ornaments wherever you think you need them. Gold glass is shatterproof. This is glass. Super reflective, super wow. Super wow. This is what's going in next. Where am I gonna put it? I'm gonna tuck it into any space where I don't see anything reflective. I am so close to being done. I have 3 items left. I realized my forearm of inspiration included this gorgeous candy glitter ribbon, and I haven't put it in the tree yet. Was that intentional? Yes, it was. Why? Because it's gonna be candy lasso. I wanted it to really pop out, and it would have looked wild if I did it before I put all my ornaments in. So I'm putting it in. Can you, I know you can see it because it's so pretty. I'm putting it in, and then I'm gonna start guiding it down the tree. Not in any sort of uniform way necessarily. Just gonna kind of let all this wire do what it wants. You saw what I did there. I just let the ribbon become bigger to fit wherever it was angling itself. This ribbon places itself. This one isn't gonna end. This one's just getting tucked in there. We don't need a little tail on it. It's just there to be adorable. Back to the picks. Where am I putting them? Wherever I see a place that needs them. Little holes anywhere around. It's just gonna add more wild texture and almost complete the tree. As promised, the last ornament. Like, don't fall. I'm Gina Loves Christmas. Thank you for being so sweet to me, and thank you for Christmasing with me today.